Should I say good day or good whatever? So this afternoon, I'm live with somebody who is a politician. Is one of the persons in Nigeria who you can call a comrade, but somehow I cannot call him a comrade at this time. I can only call him a politician. His name is Adebakin Sirajudeen. He's a politician. He will be contesting in the 2019 election. His constituency is Mushin, local government, Mushin constituency 2, and is of the Kowa party. And he wants to tell us a few things about politics in Mushin. Well, a lot of people have always believed that Mushin is only constituted of thugs, people who are always fighting, bringing out cutlasses and all that. Well, Siraj is of the opinion that it's not always true because somehow they also have responsible people there. So if you always think that anybody that will represent Mushe constituency must be a thug, they are saying that it's not true. And he's not only the only person I know who is contesting who has good education so far. I also know somebody of the NRP's talk, but I won't be mentioning his name here. Maybe somebody will bring him also here. But Sirajuddin is here to tell us about his chances at winning the 2009, and he wants to tell us how Mushin will be voting in 2019. Will people be voting APC? What are the feelers? Will they be voting PDP? Will they be voting a new or fresh idea altogether? But Sirajuddin is of the Kowa party extract, and that's what we want to hear from him today. Sirajuddin, you're welcome on the show. So quickly, can you just tell us what you feel about the voting sentiments of people in Mushin as we speak right now?
Well, let me say that there is a different narrative in motion presently. Unfortunately, before now,
Hmm.
though we've had a lot of people representing us at the National and State Assembly. In fact, we've even had people who have served as commissioners and some other stuff. But the stuff is this: there is a act, participated by the ruling class always to make people go hungry and then feed them with a little. That's the same thing that happens in Mushin. The people are impoverished due to the fact that they have that population. Mushin has a population of over 2 million people, even though what we have from the national census is saying it's about 600 to 700,000 people. But we know, since we have statistics, it's something we have done ourselves. Our survey has shown that over 5,000 young people sleep outside in every ward, and we have 10 wards. So that means about 50,000 young people sleep on the street on daily basis, and 1 out of 10 people that comes into Lagos get into Mushin on daily basis. So that tells you that the population is high. So these people actually believe that once they give rice, like 3 days ago, some of these political parties, we started their door to door after we started ours, and the strategy is to just give rice, 1 deca of rice and something to people. So they believe that the people are impoverished, and once you give them little, they have no option than to give their loyalty to you. But I think the narrative is changing now. The people are beginning to see different things. Like myself, I go door to door, and people say, wow, this is the first time I'm seeing someone contesting an election coming to seek for my vote, not and seeking to serve and not to rule. So it's like a lot of them. You have maybe some of the pictures with you. You see a family, so the head of the family telling me that, say, myself and my household, I follow you, support you, and do all that. They even brought their children and wife outside to take pictures with me, because the narrative is changing. So I can say that even though we still have large number of impoverished persons because of the low quality of life in Mushin, the narrative is changing, and I can tell that the people of Mushin would leave that state of stagnation.
Let me ask you, people believe that what characterizes that particular part of Lagos is You know, there are even musicians use it to sing. One in Carlos in Mushin, all those kind of things. And then sometimes too, we hear that there are some parts of Mushin where even policemen know those dents, but they dare not go there. Now, politicians want to contest and they want to campaign and take their messages to people there. Let me begin with the population of talks in Mushin. According to, I'm not saying.
What do you hear? No, what do you hear? You know, what's in the media? I've said it that it's the creation of the media and the ruling class. You know, what we have in Mushin, I'm telling you, we have a population of about 2 million people. If you have to be sincere with ourselves, and out of that 2 million, maybe like less than 10% belong to that category. You're speaking of, and it's a deliberate attempt by the ruling class. I tell you, so let me give a very good instance. I asked a boy that I've been trying to mentor, and I asked him, see, Mr. Man, you need to study hard so that you can have your BSc and live for a hard. So one day, one of the so-called art bureaus, as we called, built a 2-story or 3-story building on the street, and one of their leaders, I won't like to mention him, came around, and there were about 7 mopo, guiding the leader of NURTW. So the boy called me and said, Edmond, you are saying education is good. This guy is not educated. Look at the number of mopos. How many educated people in this area has this kind of building? And so, it took me a lot of time for me to convince him that it's not all that glitter that's good. You just have to keep on trying. The Dangotes of this world, the Shobangers of this world, fine. Some of them even didn't have the opportunity to go to school, but when they had the opportunity to do their business and they got money, they still went back to school. So just let us continue fighting. And there is no Adbiru that can be as rich as Dangote. There is no Adbiru that can be as rich as Biodun Shobanjo.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can say that.
Some of them don't want to be on the Forbes list.
Oh, they do.
For official reasons.
If you earn 5 million naira per day, like maybe the biggest of them earn like 5 million naira per day, and I know someone who has about 10 different companies that at least earn over 1 billion naira from each of them in a month. So that means a lot of things. So it doesn't really matter.
Anyways, how have you been able to cope going into all those creeks to campaign? Mushin is volatile. Do you settle boys?
I'm a Mushin boy, and I'm proud to say that anywhere. I'm not being harassed at any point in Mushin, and when people attempt to do such, most who do that are people who come from other states or like that, People will call at Tounrewa, They forget that, this is a boy that is born and bred in Mushin. You understand? So they are also challenged by people who know that this is the son of the soil. So like that, we've been able to manage it. We'll go to them. There are people, and one thing we need to preach the gospel, that we have to change this life. The reason why you remain like this, why a leader will buy bullets for you and buy you guns to harass oppositions and to kill main people, is because they want better life for their own children. When they make money that your own blood is used to get, you understand? So, and the narrative we're telling them is just that, the Baba that is saying, go and fight, go and shoot. Tell the Baba that I want your son to be the person in front where I follow. So he be the commandant of that struggle, or whatever they call it. So anyone who can't bring his or her child, to lead them, is not worthy to be followed. And some of them are buying into it. We have a number of them that have been working with us.
All right,
now I think you mentioned the issue of settling boys. Now let me be clear about that.
I thought that's why you said you're a Mushin boy too.
Yes. Now the issue of settling boys. Yes, there are points where that you just have to do this. Because like all those areas you said, police officers, some of them even join them where they drink, where they smoke. Military personnel and the like. And that's why I need to say this, that our institutions in Nigeria are not strong enough, and they don't respect the nation, they don't respect our constitution and our value, and that's why you find police officers. I can specifically talk about the issue of Akala, precisely, even though it's not in my constituency now, but you see them, it's the same NDLA and co people that sells these drugs to them. They come over again, arrest them, collect these drugs from them. After they have collected, they have exchanged money, and at the end of the day, that can still get back into those communities. So I think those organizations to look into their personnel.
All right. So as it stands right now, if elections were tomorrow morning, if you want to grade it,
yeah.
And I'm aware that APC is still well grounded. Mushin is part of Lagos. Probably they are stronghold, in fact. And I'm aware that you're a member of Kowa Party. You are running another platform. I'm also aware that there is ANRP.
Yes, there's YPP.
Same strategy as you.
ADP, yeah.
Yes, and there is also AAC.
Yeah.
So, if elections were tomorrow morning, what are your chances?
Well, I've been doing my evaluation, and what we know is that presently it's a 50-50 thing.
And I think you should also at once remind people what you're running for.
Yeah. It's a 50-50 thing, and because one, the ruling party have seen themselves that the people are not happy with them. They were in one of the wards sometimes ago. They went with bags of rice, and they were harassed. They were even ambushed by a particular sect, not political sect, I mean a tribe, ambushed them, and they had to run out of that community. I've heard of another one where their representative got a deputy slap from one of the senior thugs, So what I'm trying to say in essence is that people now challenge them, even those they give money to buy bullets and the likes, now challenge them. So if we sell our idea more, and the people buy it more, there is every tendency that they are going to be forgotten in Mushin local government. So I'm running for House of Reps, Mushin constituency 2, under Kowa Party, and part of what we have promised our people is qualitative representation and bringing governments back to the people. For the first time, we want people to have this understanding that, see, those who represent us are the servants, while we are the masters. It's wrong. I've been trying.
So let's just run it off on this junction. How can people reach you, especially those that are hearing you and would like to probably support your campaign? Do you have campaign office or any kind of structure?
Yeah, we have a campaign office at 41 Paul Okuntola Street in Jaraba. You can reach us, and you can reach us through our Facebook. That is Sirajudeen Adebakin Bakins. You can reach us through our Twitter account, that's at Adebakin Hog. And you can reach us on our phone number, which is 07037557846. 07037557846. So you can reach us in any way and support us in any way you can. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, everybody. That's the brief from Adebakin Sirajudeen. Is contesting Mushin constituency 2 on the platform of Kowa Party, and we hope that you already got the details to reach him if you want to be part of, or you have something or some message to spot. But that's the brief for now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll come away again very shortly with another guest. And until then, keep talking about this. My name is Shelly. Thank you very much. And